Hey y'all, welcome into Rhonda's Country Kitchen. And today we have a role reversal going on. And I am Russell, Rhonda's husband. And I'm on this side of the camera. And we're going to do a little bit of, I had to say there's Rhonda behind the camera. And like I said, we got a little role reversal going on. And today we got a little bit of smoking. And y'all, if y'all followed, the ones that have followed the channel along know that if it's grilling or smoking, I usually handle that part of it. And today we're going to be cooking a little pork belly burnt ends. I've been cooking these, last few months back when it was cold, and they've been turning out pretty good. So I figured I got it down good enough to start cooking on the camera for y'all, and hopefully it'll turn out just as good for y'all. So I got this pork belly at Sam's. It's half of a full pork belly, and they're generally around $20, which is good price because it makes a lot of them. It'll feed a good size amount of people. And basically what I do to it is I cut it up into about 1-inch cubes. So I start by cutting it up, taking it out of the refrigerator. You ain't got to thaw it out. Matter of fact, when it's still cold, it's easier to cut. So what I do is I just make sure everything's kind of uniform. And y'all mind my voice.
He's got the crud.
Yeah, we just keep going back and forth, passing it back and forth. Anyway, so yeah, I start by cutting.
He's washed and patted.
Yeah, I washed and patted the pork belly dry. Yeah, and she will correct me as we go. I'm not the expert here, y'all, and I'm glad she's here to do that. But yeah, I've washed the pork belly, patted it dry, and I'm just gonna cut it into good sized cubes because you will lose some. Obviously it's fat, so it'll render down. So I'm just cutting it into strips, and then I'm gonna cube it, and then we're gonna season her up. And anyway, y'all don't have to watch me do all of this, but this is how I start every one of my pork belly. All right, y'all, I have cut this pork belly up into cubes, and basically the seasoning I'm going to be using is Meat Church. This is what I pretty much always use for barbecue. Very easily to find in all the grocery stores. You can find it online, whatever. I got their Honey Hog and their Texas Sugar, which I found this and I hadn't really tried it, so it'll be interesting to see what this tastes like. Rhonda liked it. She tasted it.
It tastes good, yeah.
I like the sweet flavor on pork belly because it's it tastes kind of like candy to me. The pork belly ends, and anyway, I like the smoke flavor, and like candied flavor. Almost like bacon, the candied, it complement. That's sweet and savory and the smoke go together. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, I'm gonna liberally season these, and use your favorites, rub whatever you like to use. There, you ain't got to use this. You could try whatever you want to try. If you want to try it hotter, you use a hot rubs. Whatever you prefer in barbecue, use whatever you like. But I usually like Meat Church rubs. They're very consistent. They taste good. The guy, he knows what he's doing. So, that's what I prefer. But everybody's taste buds are different.
Show us what you're using. We got, voila.
Yep, Honey Hog from Meat Church and Texas Sugar.
Here we go.
Yep. And
good stuff.
I'm piling it on there, y'all. You can't have enough seasoning on this kind of stuff here. And just pat it in and get it all mixed in there good. And I just turn them and
give it some love.
Give it some love. That's right. Then I'll flip it over. Get all the sides, y'all. Get it on all the sides real good. And then what I do is I put it on this rack. And I tinfoil my pan because you're going to have a lot of fat rendering down and you don't want that all in the bottom of your pan. So I put tinfoil in to keep it nice and neat. That way you ain't got a lot of cleaning to do after the fact. And anyway, I sit it, I put it on the rack fat side down and just let the fat drip into the bottom of the pan. And then we usually let it go to about 160 degrees and I'll just temp it and see how long it takes. I can't say everybody's where they live's different. Their grills are different. Their smokers are different. Some people like to cook with charcoal. Some people like to cook with wood. I use a pellet grill. I can't tell you 2 hours or 3 hours or 2.5 hours. I'm going to cook it at 275 degrees.
Until it's done.
Until it's at 160. And then we're going to do the next step. So my advice is get you a good thermometer or a probe or whatever and check it and cook it till it gets plenty of smoke into it and gets that smoke flavor. And it really ain't got to be 160. You could do it at 170, 150, whatever, just as long as it gets plenty of smoke and good color. You want that real red looking where it's absorbed plenty of smoke into it. And I'm going to show you how I do it on a pellet grill coming right up. All right, y'all, it's been about 20 minutes and the smoker is fired up. And this is what she's looking like after the seasoning has set in. Y'all can see it's been sweating and that seasoning has got good and absorbed into the pork belly. And we're about to put it on. The smoker is set at 275. And what I was talking about to get the smoke into my pellet grill, y'all, other ones who've seen my other smoked videos have probably heard me talk about it before, but I have a pellet tube that I fill with the pellets that go in the pellet grill. And basically, you just sit it inside the rack with whatever you're smoking, and it gives that smoke flavor right up against whatever you're smoking. And it gives it more flavor, more smoke, just like you would get out of a regular smoker. You know, it just gives you more flavor. That's one of the things, the drawbacks of using a pellet grill. People say that you really don't have that smoked wood smoke taste. So yeah, this is a way, kind of a crutch, I guess you could say. And I've never had any complaints with mine. I get plenty of smoke ring and plenty of smoke flavor. So we got it fired up. I filled it up about halfway, and that's usually about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours worth. And it's already in the smoker, so we're going to get these pork belly burnt ends in the smoker with it.
There's a little smoker, y'all.
Yep. There's my pellet tube in there, giving it some love. It's going to be right in there the whole time this is smoking. And I got it set at 275. And we're going to let it go to those pork belly burnt ends get to 160 degrees. And then we're going to take them off and go to the next step. All right, y'all. She is at 160 degrees. Y'all can see I done put the probes in to find out what time was what. That's what it's looking like.
My goodness.
Then got plenty of smoke. Now it's time to
finish it
go
up.
ahead and finish her up and get them tender. All right, y'all, it is time.
Dress them up.
Yeah, it's time to do our thing. And I'm going to crowd this pan. I don't see no other way around it. Hopefully I can get it all in there. And if I can't, I'll go ahead and use 2 of them. And that's what we'll have to do. But we'll do what makes it work. Because these are some big old chunks of pork belly here, man. I was surprised. I was thinking that they would shrink up a little bit more than they did, to be honest. We just, I'm putting a meat side down now. And I'll tell you why I'm going to do it in just a minute. And yeah, I'm going to have to get another pan, y'all. Because I only have a great old big one that's about this big. And that's not really going to work for what I'm going to try to do. So we're going to split this up into 2. And I'll show you what we're going to do next. All right, y'all. We have improvised. And I've got them split into 2 little small trays, as you can see right here.
Looking scrumptious.
Yeah, they're looking good. And I was going to just use 1 stick of butter because I thought they would all fit in 1 tray. But since I went with 2 trays, can't have enough butter. So I'm going with 1.5 sticks of butter. And I'm just going to cut it into little cubes, little squares. Ain't no rhyme or reason to doing it. But I'm just going to put it in the bottom. And that's why I have the pork belly meat side down, where it helps with some of that fat in the bottom. And some of the fat in the top is going to render down. It's going to keep it rich. And normally with my barbecue, I would add brown sugar to it. But also normally, I wouldn't have so much sugar in the seasoning. So with this, I'm just going to add my honey to it. And so butter and honey And then we're going to wrap it in foil. And we're going to take it to 200 degrees. Back on the smoker. So the smoking part's done. It's about taking all the smoke it's going to take. And we're just getting it tender now, y'all. And alrighty. Stick and a half of butter, y'all. Now, going in with some drizzle, some honey over the top.
Yum.
Give it a glaze. And this is going to make it next level good, y'all. And like I said, normally I would use brown sugar on all my barbecue. And if I didn't use that Texas sugar rub, now is when I would add brown sugar to the top of this also. But it's got so much sweet in those rubs. I have a feeling that brown sugar may be a little too sweet. So I'm gonna skip it this time and not do what I normally do. All right, y'all, I'm gonna wrap these and fill them up. And we're gonna take them up to 200 degrees. I'm gonna leave the smoker still at 275, what it's been set at the whole time. And then I'm just going to start checking these in about an hour and a half and see where they're at. I'm going to take the foil off. And when you want them, like when the probe will just go in real easy, it's just like a tender, real tender bite, they're done. And yeah, they'll be ready for Miss Rhonda to have her a big taste. Yeah, she gets to do my job.
I get to be on the other end.
She gets to do my job today. So, yeah, when we reverse rolls, it's a little bit different, but yeah, that's what they look like.
That's what's up right there.
Going back in after they've been wrapped up.
Y'all.
All right, y'all. We got some pork belly burnt ends. Let's see what we're working with here, y'all. Probably
we're working with some good foil. Ooh, Lord.
That's what she's looking like. And you can sauce these up with your barbecue sauce and put them back on. I prefer just to eat them like they are. I like the texture, how they come off the grill just like that with that rub on them with a little bit of dry rub, and the savory flavor. And we're gonna see what Miss Rhonda thinks about them, y'all. We're gonna plate them up and. Supper is served. We're going to get into it.
All right.
All right, y'all. It is taste testing time. And we'll find out what.
He's been about to starve me to death. It's been all day.
Well, smoking meat does take a while for real. It probably did take, about 5 hours?
It took a little minute.
Yeah,
it really
took about
did.
5 hours. And that's about what it normally takes. About 3 hours to get it to 160, then you wrap it, and it's an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And you just want them to fall apart. You want that bite, this perfect little bite, tender. Yeah, hopefully it'll be that way.
I hope so. I'm going to get in here with a little knife and give it a little cut. See what we're working with. All right, cut pretty good. Let's see.
Yeah, that's what's up. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, if you know, you know, y'all. That's as good a bite as there is out there.
So good.
Yeah.
You gotta have a little bit of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have a little bit. See.
What?
I don't need to have all that knife and all that stuff.
Here, just pick it up and eat it. I don't want to look like an animal. That's good. Ooh, Lord.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
It really is.
If I had it do over, I'd cut it into little smaller bites where you could just pick them up. But
it normally, faster too.
Yeah, it probably would have. But normally it shrinks down. More so than that. I guess that Sam's brand is probably a little bit better cut of pork, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I could have cut it into smaller pieces. Got done a little bit quicker, like she said. But it's fantastic, y'all. I'm telling you.
All day.
Got this cabbage casserole
It'll
go
make
with
you shout,
it.
honey. It will
Man.
make you shout. Yeah, we got a little cabbage casserole. Y'all see that little video?
Yeah, it's coming to you too.
Yep.
Yeah, we did it up. Knocked them out twice a day.
We did.
Yep.
And they're both delicious.
Yeah.
So we're
did pretty good.
excited
High
about
five on
high
that
five.
one.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, but it is good, y'all. You if you're a smoker, or even if you don't, this might be something you can venture out into. He wasn't. How many years ago? He's not been doing it long.
No.
And he is perfecting it.
I'm telling you that is it's not an expensive cut of meat, and it goes a long way, and fantastic. It tastes so good, y'all. I'm telling you.
It is. It's like butter.
Yeah, it's
Melts in your mouth.
it's really really good. We've been cooking it now, I guess 6 months ish, on and off.
No,
and I'll get a hanker, and I'm like, oh, I want that pork belly. I'm gonna try it. Yeah. And I've got where I make it pretty good. So yeah,
he does.
I figure we'll just make a video and share it. And man, that new rub too is very good too. It's got the sweet flavor in it.
It is. That rub is good.
Yeah, it is. Give it a try, y'all. You won't be disappointed. I promise you. You will not be disappointed.
Sweet and buttery and
rich and smoky. Yes,
it is.
It's great. Very good.
Delicious.
Very
Good job.
Thank you, babe.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And we about throw down.
We are.
Sure enough.
Sure enough.
Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. And if you ever have any questions, just jump in the comments. He'll answer them.
Yes, I will. I sure will. I'll do my best too.
Y'all holler at him in the comments this time.
Listen to her.
Get him busy in there.
And I appreciate every one of y'all. Yes. Honest to goodness, appreciate it. And I will do my best to answer any comments, I promise.
And thanks so much. We love you. And until next time.
Peace.